Now to our breaking news from Racine County. Today's TMJ4 has been on the scene all night of this processing plant that's on fire in Burlington.
Let's get you an update on the effort to fight the fire. Our Nick Montes joins us live now. Nick, where are we at?
Yeah, that fire has been burning now for about 11 hours, and it is still not contained here in Burlington. Take a look at the scene right now. You can see firefighters on the scene. I must say, you have that wind blowing, and you can definitely smell the fire in the area. We are on the other side of Echo Lake here in Burlington, and firefighters still working on this fire. This is an 8-alarm fire with the help from 80 fire departments from all over southeast Wisconsin and even as far as Illinois. Firefighters have worked tirelessly through the night in freezing conditions at Echo Lake Foods. Now, the plant makes egg products and employs 300 people. This large fire happened during the second shift. It's unclear how many people were working at that time, but we can say this: everyone did get out safely. Now, some have compared the big response to the 2009 Cudahy fire, and the reason for that is because of the structure size in the freezing weather, but the size of the fire is actually smaller than the Cudahy fire. Now, there are rotations, so firefighters don't exhaust themselves in freezing conditions, and once they rotate, the fire chief says they are allowed to go home. No word, though, if they will in fact be called back at this point. Firefighters have also had to cut through ice on Echo Lake and use the lake water to fill some of their tankers, and there was also an ammonia issue inside the plant, but Racine hazmat crews have that under control, or they have contained it, and right now the mayor says as of now there is no cause, but that fire is still uncontained. No hint of when that would be contained, and I know a couple of residents, about I believe 80 residents, have been displaced. I'm not too sure. I still need to check into that, but that's pretty much what's happening right now. A lot of information still coming out at this point.
All right, our Nick Montes live down in Burlington for us this morning, and just giving you a little bit more perspective on what Nick has been talking about. I've called up a Google map on my computer here, and this gives you the aerial view. I'll take it full screen here and show you. Okay, so here's Echo Lake, and then this is Echo Lake Foods.
And the structure itself is about 70,000 square feet, and fire officials say the reason they called 8 alarms on this is because of the sheer size of the building itself. You have all those different elements, as you can see. The size of the blaze when they arrived on scene, they got the call at about 6:05 last night, and they already saw flames when they arrived there. And then, of course, the dropping temperatures. We've been talking about how the temperatures would drop. Scott's been talking about the dangerously cold conditions, and that also makes it challenging for the firefighters.
Neighbors who were evacuated, again, just here on the right-hand side of your screen, these neighborhoods that are very close to Echo Lake Foods. So let's go back live now to Burlington. Our Melissa McCrady is on scene.
Hi, Melissa. What do you have?
Right now I'm joined by the Mayor Bob Miller, to tell us more about the evacuations that happened. We do know that 50 people were evacuated from their homes. Good morning to you, Mayor. Can you tell us what the latest is with those residents?
Most residents are still out of their homes. I can't give them a return time. The fire is still active, and until it's knocked down totally, we assure the air quality is back to where it should be. We have to, for their safety, not allow them back.
And I understand there are air monitoring units set up in the neighborhoods right now?
That's correct. Racine Hazardous Materials Unit is here, and they've set up 4 monitoring units throughout the area where the fire is, around the building, monitoring the air quality to make sure we're not having any hazardous chemicals released.
And the biggest concern is ammonia, I understand, the inhalation of ammonia?
That's correct. The plant uses ammonia in its processing, and there are some ammonia pressurized tanks there. And this fear was those tanks may spring a leak and start putting ammonia gas into the air.
Okay, so right now the best bet is just to keep residents away, and once you have this under control is when you move forward. How does that work?
That's correct. Once we have the fire totally knocked down, the ammonia tanks right now are secure. There's no danger of a leak at this point in time, but until the fire is totally knocked down, we know it's out. To err on the side of caution, we're not going to let them back in.
One more quick question. How has this been on the community, especially with this food plant being one of the biggest employers here in Burlington?
It's going to have an effect on the community. We're talking 300 families or 300 employees without jobs for right now. It'll have an impact on the commerce in the city, but it goes beyond that because this plant does ship all over. So we're talking the deliveries coming in, deliveries going out. It's going to have a major impact all around.
Well, hopefully it can be contained soon. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And as mentioned, there are air monitoring units set up throughout the neighborhoods. Also, the Red Cross is helping some of those families who don't have anywhere to go. On your side, live in Burlington, Melissa McCrady, today's TMJ4.
All right, Melissa, thank you. 6:06 on today's TMJ4, and we'll continue to bring you the new developments as we learn them this morning. You can also get breaking news online at tmj4.com.
It's 6:07 and coming up next.